Hello, League. This is the Week 11 show of the 8th Street Connection preview, and we are having a very unique morning edition to the show. Devin Shell's got a big weekend of hunting once again on his agenda, so we try to fit it in whenever we could. So how are you doing today, Shell?
Good. We are sitting outside a grocery store in Devil's Lake, North Dakota. Not feeling great right now. Ready to be done at 3 o'clock today and call it a weekend. But, yeah, this is the only chance we had to get this video done. But we adjust because it's for the league. So
that's right. There's never been more for the league guy than Devin Shell. So for that, we commend him for putting off work for the show. All right, with that, we got to get him back to work as soon as possible. So let's get into the week in review. Week 10 in the books now. We'll start with my game as I put up not the lowest points in the league, but god dang close. 77.5 in a loss to Patrick Sorum. We only ended up with 101 points after McCaffrey went for 35 on Thursday night, but all for naught didn't matter that his team was average at best besides McCaffrey. My team was awful this week, just atrocious as they have been the past couple weeks. So it looks like I am probably out of the playoffs. So
rest in RIP and peace, baby. It's okay.
It's a tough one to accept. I've kind of known it was trending this way the past 3 weeks.
Is this your first time not making it?
Yeah, it has now. Now everybody has in the league has not made the playoffs at least once. So
there you go.
It was the last one, but I have fallen. It's sad. 4 out. Whatever you may need.
It's like seeing the Golden State Warriors just blow up in front of our faces. This is awesome.
Yeah, you know, I can't be upset about being compared to the Golden State Warriors. So, all right, with that, we'll go on to the next one. Rudy's Chance, by the way, sticking around at 5-5, just trying to make a playoff push. And
I love how you just chirp like everything about his roster week after week. You're 2 for 2 now, chirping teams and having them just throttle you.
Yeah, I mean, I know my team's bad. I'm just saying other teams are also bad. They both can be true.
Yeah.
All right. So the worst team ever assembled, Chuck's Dream, puts up 6 points somehow. 14 points for Packers D. Definitely helps the equation. Other than that, Matt Ryan put up 20. Then it's just a bunch of 8-pointers from Chuck's Dream. But although he scored 86, which is way higher than anyone expected, he still got the loss by about 40 points because Isaac's team is very, very good with Aaron Jones now unleashed. How are you watching Aaron Jones go off after you've traded him?
You know, I'm happy. Because it's all coming to fruition. It's everything that everyone thought. I'm sad he's not my RB2, but I'm glad he's helping another team make a championship push because he is the best running back in the league. Don't at me. Get at me. But no, Isaac's rolling right now, man. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, there's some good squads. There's some good squads this year, man. Speaking of
all I know, we'll talk about his preview, but all I know is Isaac should be very thankful that game is not happening in Mexico City next week. But we'll get into that a little later.
Okay, we will get it.
Shout out to the Fighting CJs. And Chuck's Dream still would have beat your ass. Quit chirping him. Brett doesn't need that.
Yeah. He would have smoked me, actually. But anyways, on to the Meat Beaters taking a big loss to Tommy Potter by about 90 points.
Oof.
Tommy Potter's team had a unbelievable week. Everybody besides MVS scoring in double digits. Nick Chubb had a 90-yard touchdown run. David Johnson came to life. He scored an amazing, 90% of freaking Cardinals touchdowns. It's insane.
So you want to chirp me about Aaron Jones? How do you feel about David and Ertz?
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, it's not. The one thing I can say, though, is I would have been 3-7 either way because I would have lost to Tom if I didn't make that trade.
Yeah.
Those guys weren't good the week I played them, and the guys Tom traded me were good. So at least I'm 5-0 against Tom, although Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ertz also put up a 30 spot. He had 3 guys go for 30. Quite the week. Tom was trying to trade a lot of his good players, or what good week players. He was trying to trade Chubb and Johnson all week when we were in Duluth. Couldn't quite get something done, but to his credit, he stuck with them and scored 184 points.
That's got to be one of the top.
I think it's second. Traps had 207 that first year, or 203. I can't remember off the top of my head.
So congrats to you, Tom. Big week. Congrats.
Big week. I mean, it was all around big week. 15 or 25 total points from the defense and kicker.
Yeah,
always helpful. And then Zeebs is just got his Kamara and Cooks, but other than that, it's not looking great without AJ Green. Oh, I guess Corey Davis came to life too. So
I bet Zebarth, if he ends up in the losers bracket, he should feel pretty safe.
Yeah, Zeebs is safe either way. He should be pushing for that playoff spot with total points since he had a couple huge weeks in the beginning. You know that all too well, Shell.
Oh yeah.
All right. We will go on to the next. Austin's Dragons, who banged Tom, put up a whopping 125 in a loss to Party like an ACL tear. I think it was Monday night where Saquon Barkley needed 17 points.
Yep.
And he only gets 12 for Austin, giving him a tough loss.
He got close in that fourth quarter. He got taken down at about the 10 on a nice little dink. Eli.
That touchdown would have secured it, but they went to Sterling Shepard, I think, instead to get the touchdown. Of course, Trevor runs hot. I mean, you can't run too hot, scoring 130 points. But all in all, both teams had a great week. Too bad Austin slips down to 4-6, kind of treading water now, hopefully trying to get that playoff spot secured. He'll need a 3-win.
Still alive, but he's barely breathing. Still alive. Hey. That helps the division, though, baby. Prez took care of business.
Just like you asked for.
Just like I asked for. We were texting the night of. It was good. Everything is good. Everything is going as planned. The
breeze to Michael Thomas stack has been on fire. It's just so nuts. Once that duo is scoring.
Oh, it's going to be real sick, too, when Michael Thomas goes against some fucking scrub since the Eagles are all dead. But we'll get into that a little later, too. I want to jump ahead.
Yeah, we'll finish out here real quick. You beat weight room optional. Dylan only scored 74 points. He didn't take Chris Carson out of the lineup. He had Jordan Nelson, who had a 0. He could have plugged in Mike Davis, and he could have plugged in John Ross, but that still would not have been enough.
Next.
So you had a good week. 123 points, Shell. You're on to 6-4, while Dylan's tied at the bottom with me at 3-7.
Yep.
So hopefully I can play Dylan in the losers bracket and he can not set his lineup again. So that's what I'll be rooting for.
And that was
not that he doesn't start the check his lineup, but Chris Carson was a game time decision in the late game. So
it was like 11 o'clock and they ruled him out.
It was after the games had started. It was probably like 1 o'clock.
Anyway.
Dylan has once again making his case for the bottom of the league. Anyways, Casey and his dangerous squad puts up 152 points. Couple of huge weeks this week over Ellie. Ellie falls to 6-4. Only scored 77.5 points. His team scored as many points as I did this week, so I could have beat Ellie this week. I actually would have tied. So everybody thinks Ellie's team's really good. Maybe my team's good.
Cooper Kupp dead. Jimmy Graham not getting what everyone thought, which was
Jimmy Graham's been bad, dude. It's tight end so bad.
Yeah. Jordan Howard, like the Bears, I would not want either Cohen. I mean, Cohen's thriving right now, but that is totally game script dependent, and you do not know what you're going to get with Trubisky.
No, you don't.
Jordan Howard's in a shitty situation. Bad week from the kicker. Yeah.
Couple of negatives from Cody Parkey obviously hit the upright 4 times in one game, which is some kind of ungodly record.
Right.
So he goes -2. I know Zeebs' defense went negative. A couple of low scores. A lot of separation between scores here. Some massive scores and some really low scores.
If Zeke doesn't have a big game, like I'm pretty sure one time Travis put up like a 40 spot one week.
Yeah, he put up like 56 or 46 or something like that one time.
Like this team was looking gross.
Oh yeah. I mean, average Zeke game, it's what, 16 points? He puts up that. He's at 60 points total. Oof.
Yep.
Good. But Zeke did get 33, so.
Yep.
Casey's team looks really good. Probably going to end up being in the losers bracket, but there'll be some solid teams in the losers bracket. I really do believe that. Yep. So with that, we went through all the games. Quick free agent report. 2 guys went for $6. That would be I picking up Lamar Jackson. Nobody else put $1 on Lamar Jackson. I was kind of shocked. But kind of just a flyer on him because he'll be a fun one to own, especially since I don't have much to play for these next couple weeks besides seeding. Tommy picked up Jalen Samuels, who might be the backup to James Conner, and Dylan picked up Russell Wilson for 5 and a couple of tight ends. And Jaquiz Rogers for you, Shell. You expecting much out of him?
I already dropped him.
Ah, nice. Okay.
So that was strictly
$5.
I must have fucked up because I thought I was just going to try and outbid Tom for a running back just to try and fuck with him. Turned out he wanted Jalen Samuels, so I screwed up. That's on me.
I don't think he's planning on using Jalen Samuels, but
he's starting lineup.
I mean, it's the only person he has, so
he'll make a deal.
I suppose Connor was injured, so it was just a concussion on Thursday night. So I'm assuming
just a C word, no big deal.
Just a C word, right? I mean, as bad as that sounds, they always play after a Thursday night concussion.
Nothing like having your brain turn into mush, baby. That's why we love the NFL.
So I guess that bid was probably a lot better than I expected at first once I thought through it.
Yep.
I've made too many bad mistakes this year. I can't. I'm just on a bad run. It's too bad. I can't sweep things like that. Tommy Potter, that's a better pickup than I thought originally. So
that's okay.
We all have one. All right. On to the week in preview. We'll start again with my game here. Get this one out of the way early. Me versus Ellie. Ellie's team is looking not quite as great with Cup gone and putting in Jalen Richard instead of James White, but my team also is kind of crappy. Ellie's projected to win by 6 points here. Hopefully I catch fire with Lamar Jackson, a John Brown stack. That's kind of what I'm hoping for to this week.
RG3.
RG3 was great for his rookie year, so that's what I can hope for.
So the only thing, like, Ellie is literally fighting for his playoff light, like to limp into the playoffs. Great strategy. I've done it before, and I've gotten in limping. Zeke is going to try and do that. 7 wins puts you at a, like a I can do this type level.
I think this year 7 wins is going to get you in. I mean, it usually does. It usually does. There might even be somebody with 6 wins that get in if Isaac and Trevor keep winning. So
right, and so Zeke's in a situation. He needs a positive game script for Jordan Howard Sunday night against whatever team it is. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
But no, I don't like Jalen Richard in the flex. I have a feeling your team's going to change a little bit. Hint, hint. But I think Zeke, when his back's against the wall, he might pump one out. I think he might be in rough shape because I think RG3 is going to take over for the Ravens. I don't think it's going to be Lamar.
Boo. That would be dumb. That would be dumber than crap. But anyways, we'll go on to the next one. Isaac CJ's fighting CJ's at 7-3, taking on the Meat Beaters at 4-6. We're back into conference games here, division games. Zeeb's team is also limping a little bit. He might get Royce Freeman back, but will he play him over his guy Wendell Smallcock? On the other hand, Isaac's looking stronger than ever. A lot of players in this fun Monday night game against the Rams and Chiefs. So that is going to probably those 4 players, Mahomes, Kelsey, Woods, and Gurley probably will score 100 points by themselves and outscore Zeebs. That's kind of my prediction.
Isaac could be down. Let's just say Aaron Jones gets him a 15. Marlon Mack, for fun, let's say he has a 3-point game.
Okay.
Isaac could have 20 points going into Monday, and I would have all the confidence in the world that he will put up 130.
You're just assuming Robert or Tyler Boyd and his D and kicker also get 0 points somehow?
Yeah, because I want that. I want that.
Okay.
But, hey, Meat Beaters is banking on Sunday's game of the week, maybe getting them some little juju between the Eagles Saints, but all I know is Isaac better be lucky that we ain't playing that big game down in Mexico City.
I'm confused why you think that.
Huh?
I'm confused why you think that.
Because all of them would have snapped every part of their lower extremities.
Yeah. I got it. The field safety bit. I got you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to ride that one out.
Got it. All right.
Like having your own American oil.
This one's going to be fun to watch Monday night. I hope Isaac's down as many points as possible, just so we can see how many points those guys can come back from. We could possibly set the largest Monday night comeback.
Hey, power move, Isaac. I dare you to sit your D kicker, Boyd and Mack. Only play Aaron Jones and your Monday night crew. Power move.
That would be a power move, and that would be sick if you won. But I don't think he's going to take that risk. Anyways, we'll go on to the next. We have weight room optional, who's got about 7 players on questionable versus part of like an ACL tear, who is at 8-2. Here we have 2 teams on either side of the spectrum. We have Breeze and Thomas connection with a little Kareem Hunt in the high scoring games Monday night, already alluded to. Stephon Diggs back and healthy. This game looks like it's going to be a runaway for Trevor in my eyes, especially if Dylan ends up not making moves to get a good starting roster in on time too. So what do you think here?
Go Prez, go. Too many big players in big games with big points.
Yeah. Could be a big connection tonight with Russell Wilson and Chris Carson going for Dylan if Carson catches a couple touchdown passes.
No, I don't really see that happening.
No, I don't either. But you never know.
No, I do, baby. I do. Not happening.
You and your Packers, you think you're so great, but I also agree probably not going to happen. So we got Trevor here on this.
Go, Trev.
All right, we'll go on to the next one. Rudy's Chance versus Chuck Dream.
Your favorite team versus your other favorite team.
Yeah, this is my matchup here. I don't know how Rudy's Chance is going to survive with his guy Chris Herndon on bye. Plug in the washed-up Kyle Rudolph, I'm assuming. Rudy's chances wide receivers are pretty bad. His running backs are good. I'll give him that. Fournette got a big workload. Christian McCaffrey and Tevin Coleman. But Golden Tate and Christian Kirk, I don't like that in the slightest. And Brett finally gets to play Dalvin Cook for like the second time all year. Gets DeAndre Hopkins back into the starting lineup, so it's not as bad as last week, but both teams not looking good as always. So what do you think, Shell?
Well, I think in our 10 weeks so far, I want to say you've picked Rudy's Chance and or Chuck's Dream 0 out of 20 times to win a game. So I'm going to piggyback off of you. Who do you think's going to win this? And I'll just agree with you.
I'm going to go with Rudy's Chance. I think that the running backs are too good. And I like having a solid running back core. I feel like they're more predictable. So I'm going to go there, even though I don't feel great about it. I think. I don't know. Two pretty average teams going at each other here.
Yeah.
One of them's probably going to make the playoffs, though.
Who's it gonna be?
I guess both of them could not make the playoffs. But I'm guessing Rudy Chance somehow sneaks his way into the playoffs. So somebody's gonna get a nice draw for the first week of the playoffs.
The chirping continues.
All right. Second to last one. We're going with Team Victory Lap at 4-6, coming off a massive win. We're trying to against the Dragons who banged Tom and Austin Nelson, who also is at 4-6 on a 3-game losing streak, although he's had a couple big weeks in there. Both these teams are fighting for playoff hopes, still alive, but barely breathing, as you said earlier. Crazy. I don't know. Every week I look at Casey's lineup and I feel like he's got 9 guys on bye. I just don't quite get how that happens.
Yeah, this has been weird.
Right? Doesn't he always seem to have a ton of guys on bye? I mean, granted, it's like his random ass tight end and D that he picks up somehow, but he also has Sony Michel and Duke Johnson on bye, who
if we didn't know any
good games this year.
The Saints and Patriots have had 4 bye weeks already this season.
Right. Honestly, seriously, it's crazy. But he does get Julio and Odell, who went off last week, Vance McDonald and Jack Doyle at tight end. Can pick one of those guys. Probably pick wrong, as he has done so many times before.
I feel like this is pretty easy. The guys below in the best division in the league, Stinner and Case, are gonna battle it out. Fisticuffs, baby. Stinner's I think gonna take this one. And I keep picking against Casey, and Casey keeps proving me wrong. I don't freaking know, but I'm just gonna do it. Stinner will take second place in the division after this week.
These two teams are really good for both being at 4-6. Kind of makes me wonder how I'm even at 3-7. Like, I guess both of these teams beat me. So, but yeah, it'll be a high scoring game. I think personally, it'll be interesting to see who Casey goes with, Trubes or Deshaun Watson. Both very.
He'll pick wrong.
He will. Right. Yeah, he will pick wrong. He will pick the wrong tight end and wrong quarterback.
He's gonna go to Sean. He's gonna go to Sean because obviously he's school army.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want Trubisky to do it. But is that game in Soldier Field? Yeah.
Yep. It's at home for the Bears.
So who knows? Who knows, Casey? Your mind's all gonna be flustered Sunday night. You're not gonna know what to think.
I'm excited to see who he ends up going with, but we have one game left here. It is the game of the week. It is Shell and Mia Khalifa's lucky day at 6-4 versus the Tommy Potters, who also are at 6-4. Both teams coming off wins. Tommy Potter coming off his massive week of 183 points.
Yep.
And Tom's whole team is on bye, but that said, he can still have a pretty solid starting lineup. Your one guy, George Kittle, has been amazing for you this year, is also on bye, but other than that, you are rocking strong with Goff, Gordon, Adams, Hilton.
This is nuts. Makes me feel good going into a Thursday.
Yeah, it for sure does. So Tom right now has to start Jalen Samuels and Josh Reynolds. We all know he is working the trade lines harder than ever this week, trying to get a solid running back to beat you, Devin Shell, because this is a big week for him. If he loses and then Storm wins, it all comes in the last couple weeks, and
that'll be a big matchup between those two. Mm-hmm. I like it.
I'm kind of hoping for that to happen so we can get some good drama in that division, because a couple of the other divisions are kind of becoming runaways. So,
yep.
With that said, what do you have to say about your game here?
It's gonna be tough tonight. I'm gonna be watching the Packers Seahawks game on my iPad, driving to bumfuck nowhere, South Dakota. Maybe a couple brewskis, maybe not. We'll see. See how we're vibing. But I love my boy Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I love him. A little MVS. But damn it, I hate going against my guys. I hate it. But I don't give a shit. I hope he puts up a 20 spot on me. I want it. And Devontae's going to do the same. The only thing that scares me about this matchup is that damn game of the week Sunday. The freaking Eagles playing at the Superdome.
Yeah.
bad feeling that's going to be like the Saints Rams at the Superdome. You go to the Superdome, you're guaranteed 20-some points. And guess what? The fucking Eagles are going to throw the ball. And guess who Tommy has? Mr. Ginger. Mr. Could have been with Melissa Ulrich Wentz. You know, that kind of shit. But since I'm working today and I work for a pristine chocolate company, I'm giving you guys a sneak peek at our new bar. In the Hershey Lock of the Week, I'm taking myself against Tommy. No chance. I'm shitting down your throat. 7-4, here I come. Playoffs, I'm hungry. I'm ready to go. Lock it up.
I love the Hershey's Lock of the Week. That candy bar looks insanely good.
Oh, yeah. So just a quick sidebar. This comes out in March. It is a normal Hershey's bar with Reese's Pieces in it. There you go, folks.
Who knew we were going to get a look into the Hershey's new product line?
Now someone's going to screenshot that and send it out, and I'm going to get fired. So let's go.
This is publicly on YouTube, so hopefully we get traction. Oh, God. All right. You're lucky I only get 12 viewers a week. So, all right. I think I'm going your team as of now, but with subject to change should a trade happen on Tommy Potter's end.
Ooh, or on Mia's end.
You never know what could happen this week. With that said, we have a PSA announcement. Next week at this time, the trade deadline will have passed. It is next Wednesday, I believe. Let me go check real quick before we log off here.
It's the 21st.
Yep. Oh, 21st. So that's a week from yesterday. A week from yesterday. So 12 p.m. Eastern. So we're looking at 11 a.m. Central Time. Next Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the trade deadline will have come and passed. We might have to do a special trade deadline show.
Hey, lock it up. Tuesday night, I want to do a special hot topics. I want to get rolling. On my drive to Bismarck, North Dakota for Thanksgiving this year, I want my phone to be hotter than fucking Satan's nuts with text messages from the boys. I just want to talk trade. I don't know if I'll get anything done. I just want to trade talk because I love it. And I expect the rest of you to do the same.
Okay. I mean, I'm willing to still trade too if anybody wants to make my team better for the losers.
I don't really believe that. I think we should just keep that in-house, huh?
All right. I'm just saying Mixon's on the table. So is Jarvis Landry. He's 50% off. I goddamn hate Jarvis Landry. So anybody can have him. All right.
Bless him.
All right. With that said, guys, we've said it all for week 11. Good luck, everyone.